Hey guys, just one thing before you watch the video, blah blah blah, all this stuff. I will leave a link in the description to my special someone that I'll be talking about in the video, to her YouTube, because she has a YouTube and you'll love her like I do. No, not like I do, you can't have her. But please do check her out. She's funny. She's adorable and she means the world to me, and it would mean so much if you just boosted up her subscribing thingy, because she only has 3 subs and I have like 20, and I would very much like it if she had at least more than 20, or at least 23, though I'm pretty sure the people that sub to her, I'm gonna shut up now. Goodbye. Hi guys, it is Cosmic Jordan here with a brand new video, and since you're joining me again for a new adventure, you can call me CJ, and I'm kicking the desk. Why am I doing that? Not like I'm doing it on purpose. So, this video is not going to be like others. It's more like, welcoming you into my mind, I guess, and it's kind of going to be like a video diary, which is weird because it's on the internet for everyone to see. Welcome to my mind. So, to start off, the reason why I'm making this whole video, because it's a long conversation that I kind of want to talk about, that I need to get off my chest. And it started last night. My time on my phone and my clock behind me, that you can see right there, it was 11:11. And you know the whole deal about making wishes, and I just dropped my putty. You know the whole thing about making wishes when the clock strikes 11:11. Well, I knew my wish right then, but it's not really about the wish itself, it's kind of about the person. So, story time. It was summer, late summer. It was at the Back to School Fest. We were all standing in line, me and a bunch of other people that I barely know. My friends were many people up in line, but so it was really just me and my grandmother way behind. And, you know, we were getting our folders, pencils. They did the whole Back to School Fest where they welcome you. We were freshmen. I was a freshman. Straight out of middle school. Well, not straight out of middle school, considering there was a whole, I'm not going to touch you anymore, egg. But it was straight after middle school and summer vacation. There we go. And there was this one person in line that was your stereotypical looking emo kid. She had black hair that was short enough but long enough to hang in her eyes. She had a black hoodie. She had a bunch of band bracelets that I'm pretty sure were all of her favorite bands sitting on her wrists. She wore Converse that were black. She looked like your average stereotypical looking emo kid. I kept glancing her way, and I could not stop looking. I could not stop glancing at her. I don't know. To this day, I still don't know why I continued to glance at her like a complete fucking stalker. I don't know. So it turned into this thing of, you know, look, but don't get caught. Look, don't get caught. Look away, look away. The works. And I finally had the courage to say my highs and hellos to her. And I introduced myself, welcomed her to my county where I was and currently still living at. And that was that. I had no idea how much this girl would turn things around for me. I had no idea how much she would mean to me in the future. I had no fucking clue. It was, I don't want to say destiny because that's a bit cheesy, but it was destiny. It was destiny. It was meant to happen. But it happened. And then that was the beginning. So yeah, that was the beginning of hell, by the way. It was the beginning of hell. So we talked. We had a few classes together freshman year, and we became friends. And it wasn't long until I had developed a crush on her. I developed almost an obsession for her. And because I'm, out of middle school, barely grew out. I say barely. I did not grow out of the whole middle school thing. I was still a 12-year-old at the time, and I was 14. Okay, I was 14, but mentally I was 12, and to some extent I still am. But we became friends, and as time went on, I developed something more than a crush. There needs to be a word. I don't know if there's a word for it, but there needs to be a word for the whole, not a girlfriend, not a boyfriend, oh, what the fuck do they call it? Friend with benefit. It was none of that. I just had a crush on her that was turning into less of a crush, less of an obsession, and more of an honest, I care for you, I want you to be happy kind of thing. And I don't know, it turned into one of those things. And one of the things I remember the most about her was hugging her. I loved hugging her. If I had an obsession, it was hugging her. I absolutely loved hugging her, and I never wanted to let her go. I can't. I verbally can't. I can't. I just can't. I mean, I'm smiling, and the idea of hugging her now, it's suffocating because I can't. I'll get to that. But I absolutely loved hugging her, and I never wanted to let her go. Okay, you get it, I loved hugging her, but why I loved hugging her so much was because hugging her, it felt right. It was, I don't want to say magical, but it was magical. It felt right. It felt like, again, I don't want to say it, it felt like it was meant to be. It was like there was no one I could have possibly loved hugging more than I loved her. It was just one of those things, and I was kind of clingy, and I have a fear of being too clingy and losing someone because of it. And so there were times where I let her go because I got afraid, and there were times I let her go because I had to let her go. She had friends, she had a life obviously, and I had to let her go and walk away because her friends were much more closer to her than she was to me, and it was, I won't lie, I was incredibly jealous. And there's only there was a few people that I've been jealous over, and I hate jealousy. I hate jealousy, I hate the idea of jealousy because of a bunch of other things, but that was that. And but yeah. Of course, my thing for her, again, was more than a crush, and then we were texting, and we talked. I told her how I felt. I was lucky enough her to be my girlfriend for a few days. And it did not end up being a successful relationship like I wanted. She wasn't ready, and I respected that. And we were friends. How was that? We hadn't tried dating after that. She continued to be my friend. We continued to be close. We continued to talk about our usual favorite shows, animes, etc., etc., etc. And then she talks about her moving. And it's heartbreaking because I've become closer to her than I have other people, and she's leaving. So she moves, and for the first few days of her not being there, I don't fully accept it. Like, I feel like she's gonna walk in the door and say, "Oh, hi, I'm late," or "Hi, I came back," or "I was sick for a few days." And then she never does come back, and that's when it starts clicking that she's not gonna return, she's not coming back. And I couldn't sleep for a few days. My feelings for this girl were that bad. I could not sleep because of her. But that was the end. I let it go. I dated a guy I was in a serious relationship with a guy that I've mentioned in past videos, by the way. That wasn't successful. And eventually ended up breaking it off. I was with another girl. I eventually broke it off because I wasn't clicking. She was a nice girl. She was very pretty, very, very pretty. She wasn't the girl that I was really in love with. So, yeah. And then this bitch we text. She's talking about her girlfriend. I'm talking about my girlfriend, saying, "Hey, it's not working out." I didn't say that. We did talk about it, and I ended up pouring my feelings out to her. Once again, she did the same. Me and her have been together for a month and 15 or 16 days now. I have an app. Yes, it's that bad. It's that bad. I have an app to keep track because I can't keep track of shit. So, yeah, we've been together for a month and 15 days, which is not much compared to what other people have. My friend, we're going to call her Vix and Catwoman. They've been together for more than a year, and they're lucky enough to have each other during school, because I can't have my girlfriend at all. But yeah, that's that. I can't hug Alexis. I can't hold her. I can't kiss her. I can't do anything. I can only text her, listen to her voice. That's that. We've been through a lot of shit together. Friend-wise and, relationship-wise, we've been together. And this girl is this amazing girl that I met so long ago. Well, it feels like a long time. It wasn't that long, but this girl, this stereotypical looking emo kid has, become, again, cheesy. I kind of don't want to say it. She's become my world. And, yeah, so when the clock was 11 on both my phone and my clock behind me, I knew without a doubt that I wanted to see her. If only for one day. I wanted to see her. That was my wish. And I'm sorry, I have a bit of a cough, and I'm trying real hard not to cough. But we also had read a poem called Sacred, and it was about talking about sacred places where you're happy at, where you found peace. And a bunch of kids said their car, and some said their rooms, and me, I didn't know where my sacred place was at the time when I was reading that poem, and I didn't know how to answer when the question at the end of the paper, because this was a school thing. I think there's a mouse in my room. And I didn't know how to answer because I didn't know where my sacred place is. I don't usually relate my home where I'm living at now as my sacred place because I'm not all that at peace. I'm not all that happy. I'm apathetic of the whole thing. I guess I detach. I don't attach to this place. I don't attach to emotions, or at least I try not to. If it's anger, then I pretty much attach to that, because anger's easy. Unlike disappointment and a bunch of things. And I didn't realize until late last night when I'm supposed to be in bed, because I have fucking finals the day after, that I realized that she's my happy place. Nothing bad exists when I'm talking to her, when I see her smiling. Nothing bad exists. She's my sacred place. She's amazing. She's beautiful. And while I am so lucky to have her now, I can't hug her. Just hold her for a few minutes. That's all I wanted. That's all I want now. That's all I want right now is just to hold her. Even if it's for a few minutes. Even if it's for a minute. Just to be able to see her smile. That's all I need. I see her smile in person instead of through a screen. And the whole thing that makes this so aggravating is because she's visiting Kentucky, like, during the summer. And by the time she's here, where I'm living at, visiting our friends, or my friends and her friends that she had while she was living here, I'll be in South Carolina, because I'm moving. How irritating is that? And then she brought it up, and I kind of thought, well, hey, you know, we could drive through Indiana, say hi, before I made my official move to South Carolina, except Indiana sits on top of Kentucky, directly on top of Kentucky, and South Carolina is way below on the map. Yep. Checking the time, hold on. It's 8:08, awesome. So yeah, that's it sucks. It sucks balls. It sucks tits. It sucks everything. I hate it. I hate it so much. So until I'm out of high school, or until I get lucky enough to see her one time, I'll have to suffer. She and I will both have to suffer. That's just that. So I guess the whole point of this video and oddly enough, when I first, started getting my, having feelings for her, my clock had turned 11:11 one night when I was 14. And I had wished that she would be my girlfriend. And she became my girlfriend, and then it didn't work. She's my girlfriend now, and I'm kind of worried. I'm scared. I'm terrified because of past happenings. I'm terrified I'm gonna lose her. She's not into me anymore. Who knows? I can't be sure of the future. I can't be sure I'm gonna be in her future, or I'm gonna be in her future. Let's just hope. So yeah, that was my mind last night. I couldn't sleep because of it. I ended up falling asleep, thankfully, before 1 o'clock, because that was when my grades went down one time, just because I'm gonna shut up now. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed my face, or my voice, or my optical orbs of browniness. I'm gonna shut up now. Goodbye.